This is going to be for the Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. This reading may resonate with you if you happen to have Sag in your immediate chart. Like I said, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, 7th house placement, dominant in your natal chart, or if you happen to be cross-watching for someone from the Sag Nation, you might find some information in this reading that may resonate. Hey, Tamia. Keep in mind, Sag, as you listen to this reading, that there might be a few things that may resonate with you, and then there might be some things that you might need to throw out. Take what resonates, leave the rest. Please avoid making any rash decisions based on a general reading. If you would like a reading based on your own personal energy, you can, of course, book a reading on my website, which happens to be angelicsascensionstarot.com. Lastly, Saggy, we're going to go over some topics that you might feel are sensitive. If that's not your thing, it's not your preference, please click off. Otherwise, let's dive in. Let's dive deep. Sagittarius, I was so tempted to call you Leo. Some of you are dealing with a Leo. Some of you are dealing with a Cancerian. Some of you are obviously dealing with a Taurus. Taurus comes up in your reading, and so does Aries. Similar to Taurus, as soon as I pick up the deck, Taurus got the same exact card. Let's see what's going on with you, Saggy. Seems like you might have a decision to make about something. You got a choice. You might be reviewing your opportunities. You might have a lot of different things that maybe you're looking at, different choices that you're examining to come up with the choice that you feel is right. I think some of you could be moving. So maybe some of you could possibly be house shopping, apartment shopping, this sort of thing. Seems like there's a lot going on with you emotionally. It just seems like you're very guarded. I don't even know where to begin, Saggy, but that's what I'm kind of seeing. Some of you could be struggling with your identity. Seems like some of you could be dealing with some frustrations in your life because it definitely feels like you feel trampled on. Maybe you feel like somebody's trampling on you, or you feel trampled on. Maybe it's raining where you are. Maybe you're experiencing some stormy weather. But really and truthfully, I feel like this is what's going on inside, like within you. This is your inner atmosphere. Maybe life has dealt you a really heavy hand lately. Sagittarius, I just heard Virgo very heavily. Maybe you feel like you have no sense of stability, or you feel like you have nothing to hold on to right now. And it seems like there's a problem this week that you're maybe looking at. Maybe you feel like you don't have a lot of support in your life. It's obvious that you're dealing with a challenging situation. It feels like you want control. You want to be in the driver's seat of your life and the things that happen. But this week, it doesn't seem like you have that control. It just seems like things in your life might feel like they're kind of all over the place. Somebody might be trying to take a risk. Even if that means breaking the rules. Because I think that somebody's fed up. Somebody's looking at someone as if they're rebellious this week. Sagittarius. Maybe you have a rebellious child. It looks like maybe you're fussing at somebody. You have issues with someone. 7th house. This would be, and I did mention that maybe you have Sag in your 7th house. 7th house is the house of Libra. It's also the house of partnerships. So it seems like this might be where you're having some issues, is with your romantic relationships. And if that's the case, it doesn't look like things are going well between you and someone. Or maybe it's not even like a romantic companionship. This could definitely be your best friend. Maybe you're having an issue with a friend. A friend might be on your mind this week. Definitely feels like you're facing some opposition, and I do see that, which we're going to talk about later. Some of you could be sharing a lot. Maybe you're sharing your frustrations online. Maybe some of you work online. You work in social media. Maybe, I don't know, maybe you work from home, possibly. Here's your Leo, and there's a Scorpio. Maybe your child could be a Leo. I was going to say Libra. There's obviously a Libra. Maybe this is a Libra. Maybe that's what you're yelling at. Maybe you're scolding a child. I see a child that might have an issue with wetting the bed. And I also see a situation where maybe your keys could be a factor. Random side note, somebody could be going bald and maybe they're wearing a hat to cover it up. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, what's going on? Assassination. You feel lost, obviously. You see your spirit guides in the background trying to give you direction, yet it just seems like you feel like you can't find your way. I don't know. Maybe you're getting your fortune told. Maybe you're trying to see what's ahead of you so that you can make some preparations. Random side note, I see too, somebody could be wearing glasses. And somebody wears headphones. Like as a constant, as a pretty often thing. You might be having some issues with your vehicle, or somebody around you could be. This is Virgo. Oh, gosh. Sagittarius, I'm just seeing this, like your mind is just taking you a lot of different places. It doesn't look like any of these places are peaceful and positive. But let's examine what's really going on with you. It's your money. Seems like you're heartbroken. Some of you Saggies could be experiencing some discrimination. Some of you might be in a same-sex relationship. And maybe that's where the discrimination is. Some of you could be interracial, be an interracial couple, or you might have children that are biracial or multiracial. Mixed race is what I'm trying to say. Or you yourself are. You're definitely, okay. I feel that there's been a blow up. Either between you and someone, like a big argument. If you're not having an argument with someone, there's a Taurus. You might be having an argument with family members. Or you're not arguing with someone, but family is arguing amongst themselves. You're waiting for something. So that's what it is. So maybe that's what's frustrating you this week, is that you're waiting. You feel stuck. You feel that you have no solution to something. You're going to see the solution though. What are you waiting for? Some of you, I think you're waiting to hear from someone. You're waiting for somebody to get in touch with you. Let's see what's going on in your relationships. Let's start there. I did mention you could be arguing with someone. You could possibly be overhearing an argument because this argument seems like it's pretty loud. Somebody is still hurt because of something that was said. Who's highlighted in your reading is a father figure. This could be someone that you have a child with. But this could be your own father. And for a majority of you, this would have been something that was said in the past. It's either that your parent, this is like an absentee parent that wasn't there, and it seems like there's a child that's affected by that, or an adult whose inner child is affected by that, because it seems like you're holding on to something very, like really, like you're clinging to something. You got some wounds here. These could be physical wounds because it does feel like you could be in physical pain, but I think beyond anything, you're in a state of emotional pain about something that may have happened in the past. Maybe it's the fact that it's time to let go of someone. It's time to let go of something that you're holding on tightly to. Your spirit guides are saying, release this for the sake of your sanity, Sagittarius, so that you can move forward. Some of you, it is a relationship that's not working, possibly with this King of Cups. This could possibly be a water sign, Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. I will say this. Somebody might have to choose between you and someone else. You got 3 people that are actively here in your reading. You might be ignoring someone this week. You could possibly be giving someone the silent treatment, or you haven't spoken. No, this is you're deliberately ignoring someone. Or June is water sign. Seems like it's time to talk. Random side note, some of you could be talking to your mom, especially if this is a parent-child situation or a family situation. It may not be your child. This could be your cousin. It could be your aunt, whomever it is. Take it however it truly resonates. But it seems like the time to talk things over is here. Maybe you're just worried. Maybe you're just concerned about what's on somebody's mind. I will tell you this, somebody's in a very depressed state of mind. Somebody could possibly be under the influence. This could be a child that's under the influence of maybe a parental figure. If this is a parent-child relationship, it seems that somebody is coming in between you and your relationship with your child. For others of you, it's not a person, it's a situation that's coming in between you and your relationship with the child. In other words, you've got a fractured relationship. It's a Scorpio. Somebody would like to transform the situation. Somebody's coming in with this conversation to see if they can change the vibe, change the energy between you and them. Somebody feels like it's a complete waste of time because they feel that they cannot seem to reach you. Or the things are just kind of different. You're distant, Sagittarius, because of possibly what somebody said. Somebody is under the impression that they've given someone sound advice and that the other one just kind of blew them off. So that leads me to believe that this is like a friend situation. This is you and your kids. You're trying to give them some good advice and they're like, I don't really care to have your input. Somebody's hurt about that. Definitely see some money issues. Gosh, Saggy. I'm looking for the positives. We're going to talk about them, I promise. Just keep in mind, I'm reading about you, your situation, possibly your state of mind or someone's state of mind that's connected to you. So if the reading sounds a certain way, or it seems like I'm kind of staying on some seemingly negative subjects, what I mean, you see me looking for the positives, that might feel like that's what you're dealing with. Like you're looking for the positives in your life and you're like, what? I don't really see it. Let me remind you, this is your state of mind this week, or somebody's state of mind around you. So if this is why the reading sounds that way, keep in mind it's somebody's state of mind that's kind of setting the tone for the reading to sound a certain way. This is spirit saying maybe transform the way that you're seeing your situation, because it could be that maybe you have a limited vantage point of the way that you're seeing things. Maybe these other people that are in your reading could possibly be people that could be swooping into your situation to help you realize that maybe there's a different way of looking at things. Maybe this could be where the transformation is. But I really feel that this is spirit saying transform your point of view, transform your perspective. What's really going on? It does. It seems like you're patiently waiting for something. Some of you are patiently waiting for a commitment. Let's talk about that. Whether you're LGBTQ or not, because I'm holding up the card is the only reason I'm saying that, and that's what this depicts. It feels that you want companionship. You want a committed relationship, yet you're shutting people out. Either you're shutting someone in particular out, or it's like you're turning your back on what you really want. Like you feel like it's not possible, or it comes with too big of a cost. It comes with being vulnerable. And for you, it seems like vulnerability is just not your thing. You're staying in a protective bubble, Sag, to prevent yourself from getting hurt. This must be a Sag cross watcher, because I promise you, this is like the same exact thing that was going on in Taurus. Let's go on. See this? I was telling you, self-hatred. I was telling you that something is going on. Somebody's very depressed or under the influence. Someone could possibly be seeing something online. Maybe, like I said, maybe you work online. Maybe you're spending a lot of time online. You could possibly be communicating with someone long distance. I'm not sure, but this feels like I did pull a card that said seeing. You might be someone that posts online, or you might be sharing your vantage point, your feelings, your thoughts online. It feels like there's somebody that comes across, especially if this is you and this happens to be your story. Like you might see something that looks picture perfect online, or this is somebody seeing something about you, especially if maybe you do post pictures online. Somebody's envious of what you have, or the appearance of what something seems to be. Let me see, who is this? Is this a past situation? That's who this seems to be. Because I will say, Sagittarius, somebody's thinking about you. And if that's not you in this state of mind, that's someone thinking about you in that state of mind. Maybe this is somebody thinking, since I was talking about the past, maybe this is a relationship that you used to have, and somebody's thinking about how things were when the two of you were together. It seems like somebody feels that, okay, I think I see what's going on. Maybe you did move on with somebody else, or somebody's under the impression that you did. And somebody's like kicking themselves, or like, wow, I lost this person, and now they've moved on with someone else. I think somebody's heart is still with you. I think that someone could, are they waiting for you to return? That's what I'm confused about. Somebody is seeing something that somebody's posting this week, and it seems like it hurts. The fact that somebody doesn't have access to you like this any longer, Sagittarius. Maybe somebody thought that you'd be waiting, Sagittarius, because it does look like somebody could possibly be coming back, especially family. It just seems like maybe you're fed up with someone at the moment, fed up with maybe the way that they're coming across. Because I did say earlier, maybe you're waiting for commitment. Maybe you're waiting for somebody to commit and really, truly 100% settle down with only you. There's a Virgo that's in your reading. I think this is you. Okay, I think I get it. I think you're taking a break from people and dating and relationships, and maybe you're spending some time alone. Maybe this is you realizing, okay, I need to maybe reevaluate the way that I feel about my, you know what I mean? It feels like maybe something has triggered a particular trauma for you. Maybe that's what a relationship is kind of activated within you, or somebody else. I think that if you are in separation from someone, Sagittarius, and you have let them go, I think somebody feels that it's just easier to act like they feel nothing for you. I think that's them. Whoever you let go of, they're playing a game, Sagittarius. They're playing the waiting game. They're waiting for you to say something. And since you haven't said a word, it seems like somebody is maybe thinking about saying something to you, maybe online, maybe through text message. Maybe somebody has drafted an email or some sort of written message to you. But in the end, it seems like someone has decided that maybe they shouldn't. It just seems like they don't get up the nerve to say what they really want to say to you. I think that you're having an issue right now trusting someone. And it's because someone has shown you more than once, maybe more than twice, Sagittarius, that they're not sure if they really want to be in a committed relationship. And you know what? When I say committed relationship, this would even be like if you're married to someone. And the crazy thing is, it's like implied that if you're married to someone, that it's a committed relationship. But to somebody else, it seems like they have a whole different concept of commitment, because you got somebody living a double life. They're one way in front of you, Sagittarius, and behind your back, they're doing a completely different thing. I will say that some of you that, if you're having a hard time identifying who I'm talking about, I definitely see a smoker. Somebody smokes, maybe heavily. They smoke weed, they smoke whatever. Somebody's a heavy smoker, a heavy drinker. They might do the same at both things at the same time. Like they drink and smoke. They drink while they smoke, that sort of thing. Or maybe this is a new habit that somebody picked up. Like they're drinking, or they're getting into heavy addiction as a way of maybe coping with the fact that maybe you've moved on. I think somebody can't seem to move on from you. Like I said before, somebody can't seem to let go of the past. Whatever you had with someone, it just seems like this is what somebody's fixated on this week. Especially if you're having drama with somebody, or this is somebody looking back and like, wow, we really had some intense fights. When I say intense fights, I feel like the cops got called and this sort of thing, Sagittarius. And so this may not be going on with you, but it could be going on with family members. Singles. Let's put it out there. I'm calling you single if you're not actually coupled with someone, and maybe you're just seeing what the dating world has to offer. I think some of you Saggies are looking for commitment. Like the real deal. Some of you that are really open to maybe seeing what's going on with somebody else. Be careful, Sag or cross-watcher, that you're not getting caught up with somebody who is maybe exiting a relationship, but their mind is with a previous partner, a previous person. Because I mentioned to you, somebody may need to let go of the past. Somebody at this point they've reached their boiling point with someone. So this is why they've kind of exited the picture with this person, but hopeful. It seems like somebody is hopeful that somebody will return. Be careful that you're not getting caught in somebody's rebound situation, because it does feel like maybe somebody's trying to either cover up how they genuinely feel for someone so that they can make it appear and put on this facade that they moved on with somebody else, but really it feels like somebody's mind is with someone else. Because I promise you, it's either with you that somebody is worried that they can't make things right, like it's just entirely too late. Or this is what somebody comes to notice, that maybe while they're maybe spending time with you and they're noticing that their mind is drifting to somebody else, they're coming to realize that maybe they're not in the right headspace to really date. Or this is, like I said, some sort of trigger comes up and it might cause someone to realize, you know what, maybe dating is not my thing. Others of you, it's not that somebody's clinging to the past. The thing that they can't seem to let go of from the past is the memory, the hurt of it all. So it seems like you go into relationships, Sagittarius or cross-watcher, with your guard all the way up. And it seems that maybe nobody can maybe get that guard to be lowered. So there could be someone that's just very confused about you. In other words, maybe examine, maybe do some reflection to figure out if you are emotionally ready. Even though you want that commitment, you want that companionship, it just seems like someone may not be ready. When Leo shows up again, and so does Virgo. So there's a message that comes through out of the blue from someone. Some of you are in a long distance relationship, or there's somebody that's communicating with you online this week. Maybe that has something to do with work. I mentioned to you earlier, some of you are house hunting. Maybe within the next 7 days, you might be getting an answer about that, about whether or not you're moving forward. And it seems like some of you are. You get the answer to what you're looking for. You got some good news coming in, Sagittarius. But you got to take care of your mental health, because it seems like that's the case for someone. If it is not you, Sagittarius, it's somebody around you, and it could very well be a child that's really just going through it, because it seems like somebody is just very depressed. That it seems like it's hard for somebody to get out of bed, and maybe it's not that. Maybe it's just that your sleep schedule is kind of flipped. Maybe you're just very nocturnal. I don't know. Maybe you work at night. Maybe that's what I'm seeing. Maybe you're working on something. Maybe it is at night, because it seems like you're working on something nonstop. Like you're just really work focused. You're driven. It could be that. That could be what's keeping you from getting adequate sleep. But I think for some of you, it's either an addiction, like a hardcore one. This could even be somebody's just constantly thinking of you because of something that they saw, something that they came across. Sag or cross watcher. You're arguing with somebody. Either you are arguing with someone or your kids are arguing with them amongst themselves. This could possibly be co-workers. Let's look at what's going on with work for you this week. Some of you obviously work with a Leo. This Leo and this Virgo and this Aries keep showing up no matter how many spreads I lay out. And there's also a Pisces that's joined the reading. This will be people you live with, possibly. Someone at work this week is throwing an adult tantrum, Sag. Or maybe you work from home and you got a kid. As they said, is it that you have a kid that's rebellious? Maybe they're throwing tantrums. Somebody's going out of their way, Sagittarius, to get your attention at work. You obviously do something online. Okay. I said you're driven, you're focused, you're spending a lot of time at your computer, it seems like. Seems like you got a lot of deadlines. Seems like you don't really have a lot of time for yourself this week. You might have some overdue work, Sagittarius. Maybe this is why you're kind of focused and driven. Some of you, it feels like the issue is procrastination. And that's what has you kind of doing work at the last minute. Maybe getting certain things turned in. Maybe this is assignments with school. Some of you, Saggies, it seems that maybe you have a decision to make. Maybe you're working for a promotion. You're deciding something. I think you're working very hard because you're trying to advance your career. If you have a goal in mind, it looks like, Sagittarius. I hope nobody's going to work high, drunk, or this sort of thing. I feel that somebody could possibly be going to work under the influence, Sagittarius, across culture. Somebody might possibly be suspecting someone of this. Someone could possibly be accusing someone of going to work drunk or high. Or somebody might have like alcohol breath or whatever. I don't know. That's somebody's story. That it looks like you're focused on job performance. Is this you deciding something, or are you waiting for somebody else to make a decision? Because I don't understand. You're working, but it seems like your money is still a little bit funny, Sagittarius. Some of you, maybe you are making a decision. It could be about whether or not you're going to stay at this job. Some of you, it feels like you feel confused. You feel directionless once again. I think you're distracted at work. I think you're working. You're trying to stay focused. You might even be an overachiever at work, Sagittarius. Seems like you're very creative. Or maybe some of you, maybe you are influencers, and maybe that's what I'm saying about this online thing. You're making a decision about what? Oh, are you dating at work? Maybe you are attracted to somebody at work. I feel that somebody is making a decision about maybe cutting somebody off, like letting somebody go. Somebody at work could possibly be saying that they're attracted to you. That becomes a whole distraction, Sagittarius or cross watcher. If you're dating somebody at work, that might be what has you distracted, because that might not be going well. Or maybe this is your kids dating at school. I don't know. What are you deciding? I think I mentioned that. Whatever's going on at home, Sagittarius, it seems like that's distracting you. It seems like it's your mental state. It's your thoughts about your finances. I promise you, did you lose your keys? Be careful that you're not, because it seems like you got so many different things going on in your mind, Sagittarius. Be careful that you don't like leave your keys, lose your keys, fumble around at the last minute trying to look for your keys or your phone as you're leaving out the door. Seems like, yeah, you're fixated on your money situation. It seems like somebody might not have funds, but maybe try to make it appear as though they live a lavish lifestyle. You got a snake right here. I think you got a snake in your midst, Sagittarius or cross watcher. Could possibly be an earth sign towards Virgo or Capricorn. Once again, Pisces. You got Aquarius that's in the reading. Somebody could possibly be on the Pisces Aquarius cusp. Something's going on with kids. We're going to talk about that. But for sure, it seems like somebody's worried about their living situation. They're worried about their money. Or you're just worried about your job. Some of you, maybe you're trying to find a job. Some of you are very introverted, Sagittarius. What's going on? I hope you're not having conflict at the job. You possibly could be having fights with somebody. Or just like personality clashes, kind of going back and forth with somebody at work. I think I kind of see what has you in this state of mind. I think it's your work life. You might be having a meeting with your boss this week, Sagittarius. Some of you, this meeting with your boss could definitely be a job interview. I think I see what's going on. So if this is maybe why you're worried about your money, is because you're out of a job. There it is. As soon as I part the deck, there's the job interview. It seems like there's somebody at work that you'd rather not be bothered by, though, Sagittarius or crosswatcher. You might be getting harassed by somebody. Somebody's showing you their dark side this week, Sag. Because it definitely feels like you work in a very competitive work situation. And it seems like this week it's an integrity thing. Somebody is stealing. You see how this man is stealing out of this lady's purse? It's an integrity situation. Somebody could possibly be stealing from you in a place other than work, but it definitely feels like, since we're talking about work atmosphere, it's an integrity factor. If you do happen to work online, like I said, you are an influencer. You're posting something online. Someone possibly comes across something that you're posting, Sagittarius or cross-watcher, and it seems like it triggers them. Somebody is envious of the influence that you have, or vice versa. Pulled this card earlier that says seeing. Someone could possibly be seeing something that you're posting, and this is their reaction as soon as what turned over, deceit. So again, it's an integrity factor. There could be some deception that could be going on online. Since we're talking about stealing, this feels like somebody could, especially if you happen to be online, this could be someone stealing your content, stealing your creativity, stealing your flow, the way that you speak, the way that you come across, your influence. It seems like someone is trying to bite off of your creativity or your style. Since I was talking about a snake at work, that's what that is. For a Sag, someone could possibly be seeing you as the snake. Seems like there's some gossip. This is what I mean about dating at work. I'm not here to tell you how to live your life, Sagittarius, so please don't misconstrue the message. But as an observer in the reading, it definitely feels like, if you are, this is definitely catching a lot of attention. People are running their mouths about the situation. It's like entertainment for someone. Unless this is somebody stealing, biting off somebody's work, and other people are noticing. Thank you, spirit guides. You are. Either you are an influencer, or you're observing this. You're seeing this. You are the spectator online. And this is you seeing the background shenanigans of what's going on online. Okay? Because definitely it seems like word is circulating about things that are going on. Or maybe you bring the tea. Maybe you're the tea bringer. Maybe that's what you do online. Maybe you bring the gossip, is what I'm trying to say. Either way, it feels like the gossip gets back to somebody. And somebody feels hurt as a result of what they've heard or what they've seen. Or like I said, somebody's jealousy gets the best of them. I promise you, I honestly feel like somebody saw you post something online, Sagittarius, and they're hurt about it. Like if you have, maybe it is gossip. Maybe something is phony, it's fake. And other people are watching it, seeing it, and buying into it. But others of you, like I said, somebody may see that you've moved on and they feel rejected. Somebody's definitely rejection sensitive. And they're triggered this week. Whatever happens, your guys are saying keep it chill. Don't react. It feels like Sagittarius or crosswatcher, somebody's looking for a reaction. For others of you, this whole thing about influence and you advancing your career. Yeah, that is somebody looking to be with you again. Somebody wants to be with you again, possibly a Scorpio or a Scorpio sun, moon, or rising. Somebody sees how hard you're working. Sag or crosswatcher, because like I said, it seems like you're working around the clock, nonstop. Somebody sees what you're doing, Sagittarius or crosswatcher. I don't know if this is you, if you do rituals, but it's very possible that someone could possibly be doing this to you to slow you down. Somebody sees your brightness, or they see how shinely you bright, and they want how brightly you shine, and somebody wants to hide. They want you to be hidden because it seems like it's due to someone's own personal insecurity. They can't handle it. So somebody's trying to block something that you do. For some of you, this is being done through magic. Not all of you. So don't everybody take that in, because that's not everybody's story. But I think if it is your story, you already know exactly what's going on. And perhaps that's what I was picking up at the beginning of the reading. You feel blocked. Except at the beginning of the reading, you might even feel trampled on. Maybe it's because of that. Need to get to the grocery store? Be doing some shopping this week. Yes, come on with it. Somebody doesn't want you to see what's going on. If this is someone doing magic on you, it definitely feels like somebody is trying to be have anonymity behind it. They want to be anonymous, or they don't want you to see what's going on. I promise you, I don't know what this is, but somebody's trying to pull the wool over your eyes, Sagittarius. Or this is being done to the public, since we're talking about online and that sort of thing. And deceit. Yeah, some of you are job searching. What am I trying to say? We come right back to square one. I said there's a snake around you. I sense some sort of deceit. It's showing up in some area of your life, or like I said, Sag, somebody might feel like you are the deceiver in some sort of way, especially if you're supposed to be in a relationship, but you're screwing around with anybody and everybody behind somebody's back. Somebody's definitely seeing the truth this week. It just seems like somebody has the audacity to think that they can do this and get away with it and think that nobody sees, or think that you're not going to find out. I don't know. Let me move on to something else, Sagittarius. I'm not talking about that. You're definitely somebody that's very spiritual, Sag. Seems like you're highly enlightened. And maybe that's what I'm saying about this advancing thing. Maybe this has something to do with your gifts. Maybe your gifts are going to another level. Sag or cross watchers, let's talk about that. I think that's the issue. Yeah, some of you are definitely spiritual. No doubt about it. You might be getting a lot of insight this week, a lot of downloads. It seems like maybe something has been clouding your intuition for a while, and maybe all of that cloudiness is in that fog is clearing up. Maybe it's not that your intuition is cloudy. It might be that you don't really trust your intuition, even though the messages are coming in loudly and clearly. But yeah, you're going to be receiving a lot of messages from the divine. I think that you're very good, very powerful when it comes to manifestation, Sagittarius. This might be you. You might be someone who is able to show people where they're blocked. And this may be people that are coming to you, maybe for some sound advice. What I will say, Sagittarius, is not a bad idea to maybe cleanse your house. Maybe raise the vibration, because it seems like there could be some negativity that's being sent in your house. Either it's being sent there, and this is why you're arguing with someone, because I do sense heavy witchcraft in the background. This could be someone coming in to cause confusion spells, arguing, discord amongst you and loved ones. The truth is being blocked in some sort of way. Somebody doesn't want you to see the truth, or someone is trying to affect your confidence. Anyway, it's not a bad idea to cleanse your house of some negativity. Either the negativity exists there, like it's been a lot of arguing, a lot of tension. Maybe it seems like it's time to raise the vibration in your household. You might be using a particular method to release this negative energy, because it seems like if this is your story, it's not just affecting you, it's affecting the people in your home. And like I said, maybe that's what I'm seeing. Just like a negative atmosphere in your home. Maybe not, like I said, not a bad idea to cleanse the energy. Maybe you, what am I trying to say? You garden. Maybe you're drawn to herbs. I did say weed, right? I mean, as far as like a spiritual aspect, maybe you do work with herbs, like with your spiritual work. Because for some of you, I think that you are. If you're not, I feel like some of you are clairvoyant. That's what this feels like to me more than anything. I think some of you do have a legal situation. And I think with somebody that's in your energy this week, I'm not sure how this shows up, but your guides are definitely saying use discernment with somebody that's in your energy, or someone who is around children or a child, someone who could be very impressionable. Since I was talking about children earlier, it seems like there could be a child that could be affected, and you could possibly be stepping in to protect a child. If you do have a legal situation going on, your spirit guides are saying something is going to require patience. Or if you're waiting for some sort of contract, this could be a work contract. This could be a living, like a house contract. Maybe some of you are trying to sell a home. Or you're trying to lease a property or whatever. There's good news coming in for you. But your situation is going to require patience. Somebody is really heavily on drugs. Some of you, the court situation has something to do. Since I'm talking about a child, this feels like someone could possibly be accusing someone of abuse of a child, neglect of a child. And maybe it doesn't have anything to do with a court situation. This could just be something that somebody is saying verbally. You might be doing some cleanup around you, Sagittarius, maybe around the house. Some of you might be writers. Definitely. Okay. So let's see what else is going on. So you've got this contract that's coming in. What's going on with court? Oh, since we're talking about deception and there being a snake, for some of you, that's where the deception and the snake is. If you are in court with someone, trust and believe somebody's integrity is a factor this week. That's who you're being trampled on for some of you. Either that's the case or that's what you're worried about. Is that somebody has the upper hand or a better advantage against you when it comes to a legal situation. Because it seems like some of you might be either suing a company okay. Yeah, a company. There's this Virgo. This Virgo keeps coming up in your reading. My cat bit this card. Some of you, maybe you have pets. Maybe you're getting attacked by an animal. I don't know. Maybe, let's see what's going on. There's some sort of attack. I think it's a verbal attack. Sagittarius, what's going on with the Sag? Somebody is hitting you with a legal situation for some of you. Some of you, this is a divorce. This is a couple that's really not seeing eye to eye. So when there is arguing amongst a couple, some of you are in a third party situation. You are on the outside of a third party. You may not be aware that there's a coupled part of the third party that's arguing, could possibly be going through a divorce. Oh, when arguments happen, it seems that somebody is throwing out the word divorce. And somebody this week is not just saying it, but they're actually thinking about separating. That could be what the legal situation is about. Some of you, the separation has something to do with, like I said, like you're in family court. This could have something to do with a custody case. Whatever this is, somebody's being very deceptive, very underhanded about what they're doing. Like they're being very organized. They're going about something in a very organized fashion, but at the same time, with no scruples, no integrity. Targeting someone. Maybe a family. This has somebody feeling confused. Maybe about who to trust or what to do. Some of you, this person could possibly be an athlete or a musician. Somebody's trying to paint a particular situation to look a certain way, Sagittarius, but you know it's deceit. You know it's deception. Especially if this is somebody that's in your career. Random side note: there might be a heavy police presence in your town or wherever you're traveling, or there's somebody that's just heavily patrolling the area. I see somebody. There's a child, a mother and child that has a heavy heavy energy in this reading. Somebody is heavily questioning someone, maybe as it pertains to a child. Okay, let's go and talk about something else. Whatever this is that was at the beginning of the reading, where you kind of feel lost, you feel like you have no guidance. You might feel as though you're trying to figure out the riddles that the universe is sending you about how to deal with a particular circumstance. Some of you, maybe the circumstance is you may have a high risk pregnancy. Spirit is sending you in a guide or a messenger. This messenger could show up in the form of an elder in your life, but I feel that you're going to get the direction that you need. Maybe this has something to do with when you're driving. Maybe you're lost. I did say maybe you're leaving at the last minute. You're rushing out the door. Maybe it's the battery on your phone, or maybe you might need to bring a charger with you to keep your phone charged, because it looks like you might need your GPS. What's really going on? Some of you, yeah, maybe you are finding out about a pregnancy. Sagittarius, maybe somebody had a baby on you. Some of you could possibly be finding out that you're pregnant, or somebody around you, hopefully it's not like a teenage child that's pregnant, but there's a pregnancy here. Yes, thank you. A guide, mentor, a trustworthy ally. Exactly. If you don't know the way, Sagittarius, you will be shown the way. This is why your spirit guides show up in your reading the way that they do. They showed up early on. A messenger, a guide is showing up to help you figure some things out, to help you navigate some issues that you're worried about at the beginning of the week. What does this say? Seek out your soul family, surround yourself with positive people, spend more time socializing. Maybe that's why you're kind of, what am I trying to say? Like I said, in this protective bubble. It keeps you safe. It keeps you from vulnerability. It keeps you from being hurt. And maybe it's not a bad idea to maybe go out and find some trustworthy people. Not everybody's here to hurt you. Sagittarius or cross-watcher, you are thinking about somebody. Longing for someone, undesired separation, pining. So this other person seems uninterested. Maybe that's why you're hurt. Maybe somebody's playing games with you, Sagittarius. Like I said, it seems like that. Like there's deceit in your situation. Somebody's playing with you. And as a result of somebody playing with the other person, somebody's feeling just very confused. This person may or may not, it just depends on their own free will, Sagittarius. It seems like somebody wants to come back and clean something up with you. Or somebody, like a parental figure, wants to come back and clean up the mess that they feel that they made. But it just seems that somebody is just really spiraling when it comes to an addiction. There's a lost soul that's in your reading this week. Unless that's you. And if this is you feeling lost, it seems like there's a solution to this. It did not say, some of you, it's due to spell work. Heavy witchcraft. I promise you, I'm trying to look for... Spirit guides, show me the advice for the Sagittarius. Sun, moon, and rising. Let it go. This situation no longer serves you. Allow me to sever your energetic connections to the past so that you can embrace the future. We talked about that at the top of the reading. You're holding on to the past. Your spirit guides say, let it go, Sagittarius. Especially if that's you with this, especially if this is you. Or it might be somebody connected to you, like I said. Let it go. It seems like you are fixated on somebody that is just, somebody doesn't see your worth. They don't see your value. And it's not that your worth and your value are not there, obviously. It's just that somebody chooses not to see it. Spirit is saying instead, see the value in yourself. Exactly. Get your power back. You have forgotten who you are. You are a child of the divine, so take back your power. If this has something to do with a relationship, or if it has something to do with a state of mind that you're in, maybe it's your circumstances. Like I said, maybe you feel like you don't see the solution, you don't see the way out. Spirit guides are saying that you've forgotten who you are. You're not a product of your environment. You're not, you know what I mean? Your circumstances don't dictate anything. Your financial situation is temporary. So if this is your money and this is what you're fixated on or frustrated about, I didn't talk about it. It feels like it's somebody's health. I did mention somebody's health. I think it's somebody's state of mind. It's mental health more than anything, more than any sort of physical symptoms. Although you could be feeling pain in your body, this is your spirit guides locking arms with you to help you to accomplish something, to help you to refocus. Again, it feels like you've forgotten. Spirit is here to remind you. And I think that's what these downloads are about, or that's who this ally is that comes in to maybe plant a seed, a positive seed in your mind about who you genuinely are and who you've forgotten that you really are. Sagittarius. I didn't mention this. Some of you run a business. I see more traction coming in for your business. I see more buzz around your name. More people are talking. Not all of this is bad gossip. Not all of this. It seems like word of mouth might be spreading about what you do professionally, how hard you work. And this might be how there's an increase in your income. Recognize signs from above. Angels are sending you messages now, but you're too distracted to notice. Stay alert and open to divine guidance. That's exactly what this is. You're distracted by the way that your circumstances look right now, not realizing that it's temporary. And maybe you do. Maybe you do realize it is temporary. We talked about that at the top of the reading. You're waiting for something. You're waiting for a decision. And maybe you feel like you're at the mercy of other people. And maybe you feel like all you can do is wait. But maybe not realizing that part of the lesson this week was patience. Sometimes it requires patience for certain things to come together, and maybe it's not that your spirit guides are not coming through. It's just that they're showing you signs while they work things out for you. Your guides say what to install this week: a relaxed state of mind. What does Sag need to release this week? feeling hurt, or being fixated on hurtful events, replaying hurtful events over and over and over in your head about somebody, how someone hurt or disappointed you, and how unsafe it is to really be vulnerable, to the point that maybe it brings up resentment or it brings up shame. These are all, emotions and feelings that we feel. There's nothing wrong with feeling resentment from time to time, or feeling hurt from time to time, or kind of dwelling and thinking back on things. But when it gets you to a place that you're stuck or stagnant, Spirit says you got to shake yourself out of that. You got to let go. It's time to expand. It's time to move forward. And it seems like something has you stuck. And your spirit guides are coming in to help you move past certain things. Some of you, it feels like you're grieving over somebody that passed away. Some of you, it seems like there's an energy vamp that's in your energy, just kind of feeding off of you. Maybe you feel like you don't see light at the end of the tunnel. It seems like it's the way that you're looking at things. You're focused on debt. You're focused on money problems, or you're focused on fraudulent activity that's going on around you. You're worried about a lot of things, your home, a person. Again, your spirit guides say they're sending you messages, but you're too distracted to notice. You're distracted by your circumstances. Let it go. Spirit says, let me in. Let me take care of your needs. Okay? They're sending you signs. I don't know what this is about you being fixated on time, though. Maybe this is you feeling like so much time has passed. Isn't it daylight savings time changing? Maybe it's time to turn back the clock. Maybe. Yeah. All right, Sagittarius, this concludes your 7-day forecast. Maybe that is what you're concerned about, turning back the clock. Maybe you're concerned about youth, like a youthful appearance or whatever. Anyway, Sagittarius, this concludes your 7-day forecast with Angelic Ascensions. I hope that it was helpful. If you'd like to book a personal reading, you can do so by heading to my website, which happens to be angelicascensionstarot.com. Or you can get a live reading with me after this live session ends. I will be on YouTube Live. You can get a personal reading from me there as well if you would like to. There's currently a sale going on my website. I have 2 sales going on, one for same-day readings and one for 30-minute readings that are not same day. I hope that that's not confusing. But yeah, take a look at my website. My website is angelicascensionstarot.com. Thank you, Sag Nation and Cross Watchers, for tuning in this week. Have a blessed, beautiful, and productive week. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace out.